Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets. Today we're diving into a whirlwind of new releases, AI advancements, and some critical updates you definitely need to know about. You've sent us a stack of fascinating articles, and we're ready to unpack them all. From laptops that think they're MacBooks, to phones that fold in new ways, and even a look at how AI is shaking up everything from your headphones to global politics.
It's truly a packed week, and what truly stands out, I think, is how many of these stories intertwine, especially with the accelerating integration of AI into nearly every piece of tech we touch. We'll try and connect the dots for you and give you the so what on what really matters in this fast-moving landscape, focusing on, the strategic shifts and the potential impact on your daily life.
Okay, let's jump right into the gadget goodness then. Starting with a Chromebook that's certainly making waves, Acer is launching its new Chromebook Plus Spin 514 this month, priced around, $699 to $749? For a Chromebook, that feels like a bold play for the premium convertible space, doesn't it? What's the thinking there for Acer?
It's a significant move, strategically. The standout feature is its MediaTek Companion Ultra chip. It boasts a neural processing unit, an NPU, pushing up to 50 TOPS.
50 TOPS. What does that actually mean for someone using it?
Right, so TOPS is trillion operations per second. 50 trillion. It basically democratizes serious on-device AI power. This NPU fundamentally shifts what a Chromebook can do without always needing the cloud. It signals Acer's ambition to elevate the Chromebook beyond just being a budget web browser. It's about bringing those more advanced AI capabilities to, a much broader audience.
50 trillion operations. Wow. That kind of on-device muscle unlocks some exclusive software features then. We're talking smart grouping for tabs, which honestly sounds like a dream for anyone juggling dozens of browser windows, and an on-device image editor in the Gallery app, though reviewers had mixed but promising impressions, right? Noting the tab grouping could be a game changer, even if the image editor is maybe a bit clunky and fake looking right now, but these are still experimental beta tools.
Exactly, and that experimental tag is important, helps manage expectations. But even beyond the AI, the Spin 514 packs some impressive traditional specs for what's still, considered a budget laptop category. You get a 14-inch 120Hz IPS touchscreen, military-grade durability MIL STD 810H certified, so it can take a beating.
Right.
Plus, a premium aluminum design. And the Ocean Glass keyboard, made from ocean-bound plastic, is moisture-resistant and feels apparently incredibly smooth like velvet. Performance-wise, it scored 7,187 on Geekbench 6 multi-core. Mashable said it was their second fastest Chromebook tested. So this combination of robust build, powerful internals, especially that NPU, it raises an important question for you. Is this the laptop that finally blurs the line between budget and premium, especially if you're keen on early AI adoption?
Acer certainly isn't shying away from big ambitions.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, they're also making a rather direct challenge to Apple with their new Swift Air 16. Yes, Air is right in the name. This ultralight laptop is launching in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa this November, starting around $11,165.
Well, what's intriguing here is its sheer portability. It weighs as little as 2.18 pounds. That actually comes in lighter than a 13-inch M4 MacBook Air.
Really? Lighter?
Yeah. It's powered by AMD Ryzen AI 300 series processors and offers an optional 120Hz AMOLED display. This is Acer directly taking aim at a premium segment with a very competitive form factor and advanced chipsets.
Here's where Apple probably isn't losing too much sleep. It's battery life. Rated for only 13 hours. Compared to MacBooks' all-day stamina or like the ZenBook A14's nearly 22 hours. So definitely some clear trade-offs there.
A big one.
Okay, now let's move from personal productivity to getting the party started. JBL has two new offerings, the Boombox 4 and the PartyBox 720, both available for pre-order now. JBL already has a huge presence in portable Bluetooth speakers, obviously.
Yeah, they dominate. And the key insight here, I think, is how they're leveraging AI for sound quality. The Boombox 4, for example, it features two new woofers, an impressive 28 hours of playback, plus an IPX68 waterproof rating. So, ultimate durability.
28 hours is solid.
It is, but the real upgrade they're touting is AI Sound Boost. This feature apparently delivers louder sound with less distortion by intelligently adapting to its environment. Both also support JBL's Auracast. Now that's a potential game changer for scalability. It lets you sync up to 100 speakers.
100 speakers?
Yeah, imagine a multi-room setup or just a massive outdoor event. Auracast makes it seamless.
Wow. Okay, if you're looking to seriously amplify your audio experience, these seem like powerful contenders. 100 speakers. That's a lot of bass. All right, from hardware in our pockets and bags, let's maybe zoom out to what you might be wearing on your face soon. Samsung is rumored to have another unpacked event around September 29th. Whispers of a Galaxy Z Trifold phone and AI glasses.
Samsung consistently pushes the boundaries of form factor, don't they? The Trifold is, well, exactly what it sounds like, a phone with 3 screens that unfolds. Initial availability might be limited, maybe China and South Korea,
Right.
like the Z Fold SE last year. This ongoing experimentation, especially with multiple folds, it directly connects to Apple's own rumored push for foldable iPhones. Shows the industry is still figuring out the best way to fold.
A triple screen is definitely a statement. Okay. And then there are their rumored Galaxy glasses, possibly audio only, powered by Qualcomm's AR1 chip running Android XR. Given Meta's current dominance with their Ray-Ban smart glasses, how do you see Samsung competing here? It feels like a tough market to break into.
It really does. It begs the question of market entry and differentiation. Meta has built a strong lead. They've got updates coming for their Ray-Ban line. Samsung faces an uphill battle to carve out its own niche, especially if their first offering is mostly audio-focused. The challenge will be to offer a compelling reason, for consumers to choose Samsung when Meta already has that established user experience and developer ecosystem.
Good point. Speaking of Apple, their iPhone 17 event is slated for September 9th. Pre-orders soon after, general release September 19th. What's the word on this year's launch beyond the usual expected models? Anything interesting on the production side?
Well, beyond the standard lineup, iPhone 17, Pro, Pro Max, and Air, the intriguing aspect is this rumor that Apple is mandating robot manufacturing for the iPhone 17.
Robot manufacturing.
Yeah. The primary goal seems to be significantly reducing labor dependency and stabilizing product quality across different facilities, especially as they keep diversifying production globally. This represents a pretty substantial shift in their manufacturing strategy, if true.
Robotic manufacturing. Wow, that's a huge operational shift. And of course, the highly anticipated iPhone Fold still tipped for 2026 with huge sales expectations, alongside a foldable iPad by 2028, both potentially more expensive because of new glass tech.
That's the rumor, yeah. Higher cost for that new foldable glass.
Plus, we're hearing that AirPods Pro 3 might not launch with all their features ready to go, like live translation.
That staggered feature rollout is a pattern we've seen before with complex Apple products. Integrating advanced stuff like real-time translation takes immense fine-tuning. It's often more practical to deliver a stable core product first and then push those cutting-edge features via software updates later. It just speaks to the complexity, really.
Okay, fair enough. Now, let's turn to Google phones. We just had the Pixel 10 launch, and it seems users are already reporting some significant teething issues.
Yeah, that's quite a list of issues for a flagship device, isn't it? It does raise questions about Google's quality control or maybe the pressures of rapid release cycles. Users are reporting colorful snow screen glitches, unresponsive Android Auto, Google Wallet issues, particularly with adding IDs.
Oof.
And wireless charging has also been problematic. Reports of overheating, alignment issues, especially with the newer Universal Key 2 standard, and even Apple's MagSafe, and slower speeds than expected. These aren't just minor bugs, they're affecting core functionality for some people.
Ouch. And to add salt to the wound, rumors are circulating about potential downgrades for the upcoming Pixel 10a. We're hearing about slower UFS 3.1 storage compared to the Pro's 4.0, no telephoto lens, and the older Tensor G4 chip, which could mean missing out on new AI features.
Right, and the key takeaway there could be the loss of features like Magic Q. This is meant to be a proactive AI sidekick using on-device intelligence to pull contextual info from your apps.
Like what, for example?
So, for example, if a friend texts you asking for flight details, Magic Q could potentially instantly retrieve your itinerary from Gmail and show it right there. The concern is the older Tensor G4 chip might not be powerful enough for that kind of real-time on-device contextual AI, which would be a noticeable functional difference for you, potentially impacting the Pixel's appeal as, an AI-first device.
Got it. Okay, let's talk about Google Messages quickly. It's getting a visual overhaul, moving to Material 3 expressive design, with minimalistic pills instead of colorful circles for things like gallery and GIFs.
Yeah, it's an aesthetic shift towards solid backgrounds, a cleaner interface. It reflects a broader trend we're seeing across lots of apps. It's generally about reducing visual clutter, enhancing focus, maybe efficiency. This design philosophy often aims to make the app feel a bit more premium, maybe less playful, aligning with a more sort of professional user experience.
It definitely looks cleaner, less cluttered. Is it just about looks, or is there maybe a functional reason for the stripped-down aesthetic? What stands out to you? Okay, so we've seen AI popping up everywhere already today. The NPU and the Acer Chromebook, AI sound boost and JBL speakers, Samsung's rumored AI glasses. But here's where things get really thought-provoking. The headline, "Could an AI ever be president?"
Mm.
Sounds like pure science fiction, right? But it does spark some very real questions.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
I mean, legally, the U.S. Constitution currently requires a natural-born citizen, at least 35, resident for 14 years. So that immediately rules out AI. For an AI to even be considered, we need a profound redefinition of citizenship, maybe even personhood.
Right.
But even if the laws change, the thorny ethical issues are just immense. Who's actually accountable if an AI makes a catastrophic decision? How do you address inherent biases? AI models reflect the data they're trained on, and that data can contain all sorts of societal prejudices. And the security implications, they're chilling. Imagine hackers poisoning an AI president's training data, influencing national or even global policy. Yeah.
So probably less AI president and more like an incredibly integrated chief of staff, a powerful tool but with essential human oversight. On a related note, though, the Trump administration unveiled its America's AI Action Plan back in July 2025. Its core message seems very clear. Move fast, build big, regulate less.
Yeah, this plan outlines over 90 federal actions, and its pro-industry stance is quite pronounced. It includes fast-tracking construction of data centers, semiconductor plants, actively promoting AI exports to allies, and rolling back some Biden-era safety rules that are, I guess, seen as stifling innovation. It also pushes for adopting ideologically neutral AI in government systems. This approach really prioritizes rapid development and deployment, which, could accelerate certain advancements, but also opens up that critical discussion about the balance between innovation and oversight.
And a revamped AI Standards Institute under this plan would focus less on consumer protection and more on defense, cyber threats, biosecurity. It really does seem like a bet on U.S. dominance through deregulation. We're just reporting on the plan here, of course.
Exactly. And it highlights this broader global competition for AI supremacy. The plan's emphasis on speed and deregulation signals a clear strategic direction to gain a competitive edge. And that shift in focus for the AI Standards Institute, it underscores a prioritization of national security and economic leadership, perhaps over purely consumer-centric concerns. This could have significant geopolitical ramifications, influencing global tech alliances and rivalries.
Meanwhile, the AI industry itself is just moving at warp speed. OpenAI acquired StatSig for $1.1 billion. Anthropic raised $13 billion at a staggering $183 billion valuation, apparently driven by its coding success. And Mistral introduced memories in LeChat for transparency and control, with visible recall and editable memory logs.
Yeah, lots of movement. But this rapid pace also brings intense competition and, well, some drama. Scale AI, for instance, the company Meta took a multi-billion-dollar stake in, is now suing an ex-employee over corporate espionage, alleging they stole over 100 confidential documents.
Wow.
And Elon Musk's xAI is also suing a former engineer for similar reasons. These incidents just underscore the immense value of proprietary information and the, frankly, cutthroat nature of the AI arms race. Talent and intellectual property are fiercely protected.
And it seems like AI fluency is going to be absolutely critical by 2025, impacting performance reviews, hiring across the board. We even saw 4 Apple employees recently leave for other AI efforts, joining places like Meta Robotics Studio, OpenAI, Anthropic.
That brain drain from established tech giants to these pure-play AI companies is a significant trend, yeah? It illustrates where top talent maybe perceives the most exciting opportunities, the most rapid innovation, suggests a continued acceleration of development in those specialized AI firms.
Speaking of OpenAI, they seem to be taking some significant safety steps, planning to add parental controls to ChatGPT and parental notifications for acute distress.
This is a crucial development. It's clearly in response to heightened scrutiny over chatbot safety, especially as younger users increasingly turn to these AI companions. OpenAI's real-time router feature, which will switch sensitive conversations to more advanced reasoning models, like GPT-5 thinking, for more helpful and beneficial responses, reflects their proactive efforts. They're trying to address these concerns and ensure more responsible AI interaction, particularly for vulnerable users.
Okay, let's shift our gaze now to big tech and Big Brother. There's been a landmark Google antitrust ruling from U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta. The big news: Google gets to keep Chrome, which is a major win for them against the DOJ's proposals to break up the company.
Yeah, the judge struck a really fascinating balance here. Google keeps Chrome, but the remedies prevent them from engaging in exclusive search deals, and they mandate sharing limited search and user interaction data with qualified competitors. However, and this is key, they don't have to share their most valuable ads data. But an interesting insight, AI's rapid impact on the tech world since 2020 apparently factored significantly into the judge's decision. It signals that future tech regulation will increasingly have to grapple with this evolving AI landscape. It could subtly reshape search competition, even if Google stays dominant.
So while Google keeps its browser, the landscape for search competition might just get a little more interesting for you, the user. Now, earlier there were some widespread false claims of a major Gmail security warning for 2.5 million users. What exactly happened there? Should people be worried?
No, Google swiftly debunked those claims. They reassured users that Gmail's protections are strong and effective, confirming they block over 99.9% of phishing attempts. The confusion likely stemmed from a Salesforce breach that affected Google's corporate instance. It revealed basic business info, but critically, it did not impact consumer Gmail accounts. So, rest assured, your personal Gmail wasn't compromised in this specific event.
Okay, that's a huge relief. But it's an important reminder, isn't it? Real risks like phishing and vishing attempts are ongoing threats. What simple steps should you be taking?
Absolutely. The crucial takeaway here for everyone is just foundational cybersecurity hygiene. You really must use strong, unique passwords for every single account. Ideally, use a reputable password manager, or even better, switch to passkeys where possible. They offer more secure biometric authentication. These practices significantly reduce your vulnerability to most attacks and are really your first line of defense.
Good advice. Next up, the Aura Ring. Their expanded partnership with the U.S. Department of Defense sparked some serious user backlash. People were understandably concerned about their health data.
Right. Aura was quick to clarify things. They stated the partnership is limited to its enterprise business, completely separate from its consumer offerings. They've explicitly promised, quote, never sell, rent, or share your personal data with any third party without your express consent. And a connection to Palantir. That's specifically for providing security layers for these DoD projects, not for direct data sharing from consumers. But it does raise a pertinent question for you. Are you comfortable supporting a company that openly collaborates with the military, even with these data assurances? It comes down to a personal comfort level, really, regarding corporate associations.
Okay, changing gears to operating systems, Microsoft's upcoming Windows 11 25H2 update is, well, it's apparently not bringing any exciting new features. In fact, it's removing some, like PowerShell 2.0 and WMIC. What's the deal there?
Yeah, it sounds underwhelming, but a key insight here is that this isn't necessarily a bad thing. This type of update often indicates a focus on platform consistency, stability, maybe refining the underlying architecture rather than adding new bells and whistles. Major new features might be being held back for, say, a rumored Windows 12 or maybe subsequent smaller updates throughout the year. We did see some substantial AI features added earlier this summer, remember? The AI agent in Windows settings, Relight in Photos, the perfect screenshot tool. So innovation isn't entirely absent, it's just paced differently.
Okay, makes sense. Finally, let's talk about a significant shift that might directly impact your online shopping. We're hearing talk of a tariff apocalypse after the August 29th deadline. This signals the end of the de minimis exemption, which previously allowed duty-free purchases from abroad for many things.
Yeah, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the impact on consumers and businesses looks broad and immediate. It means increased costs for imported goods pretty much across the board, from planners and specialized Lego parts to yarn, popular Asian beauty products. You name it. We're already seeing some countries having shipping suspended, and even some companies like the luxury retailer Census filing for bankruptcy protection, partly citing these changes. It's a significant shift in international trade policy. It effectively makes that idea of limitless instant e-commerce from global sources a much more expensive, maybe even impossible proposition for many people.
It's certainly shaping up to be a new era for U.S. consumerism. Reminds us that truly global, seamless online shopping isn't always a given, is it? What might you rethink about your online shopping habits in light of these changes? Phew, what an incredible collection of tech news. From AI chips making our laptops smarter to foldable phones changing how we interact with our devices, it's clear innovation isn't slowing down. But what does it mean when the pace is so fast that even flagship phones have significant teething issues? Or when, the very definition of a president is questioned by AI's capabilities?
Indeed. This whole discussion really underscores the tension, doesn't it, between pushing technological boundaries and ensuring those advancements actually serve your best interests, whether that's through robust data security, clear policy, or simply a device that works flawlessly right out of the box. It raises an important question, I think. In a world where AI is integrating everywhere, How much more responsibility do tech companies, and maybe even governments, need to take for the societal impacts of their innovations, both the good and the bad, as we navigate this rapidly changing landscape?
A fascinating thought to mull over as we move forward. And on that note, thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.